Hey guys, what's up? Shin0525 coming at you with another video. And today's video I want to talk about talent. In terms of like art and drawing. And how much I hate that fucking word. Yeah, I'm not fond of people using the word like talent when it comes to like drawing. And the reason for it is because it kind of negates the hard work you put in. So basically, I think a good analogy for it is when I draw something, people are like, oh my god, you're so talented. And they say it like it's a compliment. And it's just like, it's not really a compliment, because when you say someone's talented, it's just like, it implies you didn't work at it. It's just some natural gift that you have that you didn't have to work for, but you use, and it's just like, oh, you have talent, and like, I don't have that talent. And it's like, no. And again, it negates the work that you put in. I think a good analogy is like if you have like a bodybuilder, for example, or someone who's in like really good shape, they hit the gym all the time, they have like a really good physique, no one ever says that person's talented. And the reason for it is because people understand how working out works and like how to get that body. It's like, oh wow, he must be at the gym all the time, he must really watch what he eats, be super active. Sometimes they'll say like it's genetics, but again, people understand you need to put in the hard work to get that good. But when you say someone has like talent, it kind of negates that, where it's just like, oh, you were just fucking born with this shit. Now, I'll give you that talent is a real thing. There are some people that are just born with a unique talent that someone is not. But again, very similar like the genetic, for the bodybuilding example, like the genetics. Some people just have really good genetics and their body is like predisposed to being that like big and strong and fit, where other people don't have those genetics and they aren't as fit. They'd have to work. Basically, the people without those genetics have to work harder than the people with those genetics. And I feel the same way about art, where there are people with talent, but then there are people without talent, but if you work hard enough, you can close that gap. But what I think of when I think of talent, I think it's like a 5-year-old who's able to understand like body proportions and things like perspective and foreshortening and understand like shapes and volumes. Like if you had like a 5-year-old like drawing something really well, like well, I'll show an example in a second. But again, if you have like a 4-year-old who's like or 4 or 5-year-old who's like drawing something that like it looks like someone at least at like high school should be like able to draw, like a 5-year-old drawing at like a high school level, that's talent. That is that 5-year-old, just their brain and like body is just wired for art and drawing. And there are cases like that where you just have people that are just unbelievably talented like at birth. It's just something they're like, for drawing, it's just something their mind and it's just gauged towards it. I don't feel like I'm one of those. I might be a little bit more than like your average person, but I have some examples here, and honestly this is probably like a little bit of an overlap with my video I just made about not criticism, but about where I started. But I have my old sketchbook here from like middle school when I really started drawing. And you're gonna see some of the pictures in here where like I thought this was really good. Honestly, I remember back in middle school, I thought this picture was really fucking good. I was so proud of this one. And it's just like, looking at it now, it's fucking awful. This looks like a child did this. So yeah, again, this is where I kind of started from, like as like a small child starting drawing. That was kind of the level I was at, like naturally, I would say. But with like, I actually think I went back in this book and, okay, I did. So later on, I think around like late middle school, early high school, I started drawing this book again. And now I have a little bit more improvement here. So that looks a lot better than what I was drawing. That's not really that finished. That one's not finished. There we go. Got this guy right here. I don't know who that is. But again, there has been improvement over some time. But again, my starting point was something like... This book sucks on like trying to like turn the pages, dude. My starting point was something like this. But now, after doing it for several years, probably like several decades, this is one of my latest pieces that I printed out. Right here, it's a picture of Enerjek. That is a Archie Sonic character. And yeah, I drew this. I drew this on the computer. And again, there is massive amounts of improvement from this to this. But again, it all came from me working at it, me drawing every day, learning new stuff, really practicing and honing that skill that I have. Very similar to way like a bodybuilder would go and work out. Just the art version of it, of like drawing every day, learning new techniques, understanding how to draw things better, like understanding things like volume, perspective, anatomy, shapes, things like that, like composition. That's kind of like the working out. And that's one thing I don't like about the word talent. When people are like, oh, you're so talented. Again, it implies that you didn't work at anything. Like, you didn't work at it. It was just some natural gift that was bestowed upon you, and you can just do this amazing thing. And it's just like, no, there was a lot of work between me being... Like, for me to draw this, there was a ton of fucking practice, time, dedication I had to put into drawing to get something like that drawn. So yeah, again, I don't like the word talent, and I think it's like, again, weird comparing it to like a bodybuilder. Like, no one ever says a bodybuilder's talented. But again, they might say like genetics, but I think people understand the fact that it takes a lot of work and discipline to be that like fit, but they don't have that same mindset when it comes to like art or something like that, where it's just like, no, you don't understand. I put work into this to be this good. So again, I don't really take like, oh man, you're so talented as like a big compliment. I don't get bent out of shape from it either. If you come over to me and say, oh wow, you're really talented, I'll probably say thank you. That's very nice of you to say. But again, it kind of takes back from all the work that you had to put in to get to being that good. I think just people that aren't creative, they don't understand art or the process for it, they just don't understand. So they feel like they're giving you a compliment when they say like you're talented, but it's really, really not that big of a compliment. But again, you should say, wow, you must have worked really hard to be that good. That's what you should say to an artist, and I think that would make them feel better than saying, oh wow, you have such talent. But those are my thoughts, my little rant on the word talent. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. I'd love to talk to you about it. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video. That really does help me out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye. Later.